No mic sound. How's that? Is there mic sound now? Mic sound is good. I like mic sound. I think it's working now. I definitely was on mute. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. This is the beginning of the stream, take 2. Hope you guys are doing well. We are going to go grind out level 28, which is what we were working on earlier this afternoon before I had to step away. Jamie, hello. I'm glad you're doing well. Thanks for being here. We probably shouldn't fight too many of these guys, but maybe we can pull a couple and get some chunks of experience. We have a little bit of rested XP, so if we fight something close to our level, it should only be a couple of kills. Maybe we can grab this one. Oh, that was not very hard, seeing as how he hated us as soon as he saw us at a great distance. J-Tom, yeah, the plumber got the job done. It took a lot longer than I initially thought it might, but what it was there were roots blocking the main line out at the street. So like, nothing was getting out really, it was just trickling out slowly, so we were having backups on the main drain. But it took him a long time to get it. I'm sure it must be really difficult to somehow snake something through a pipe all the way out to where the road's at and somehow like saw or drill through roots. I'm sure that is like very challenging, so he was at it for a while. I don't envy him. He worked his butt off, and yeah, everything's good now though. I know these guys aren't demons and they're not undead, but I feel like I should still be able to use exorcism. Johnny Hoover, good afternoon, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, everything's straightened out. And it was only like one day that it was kind of messed up. And we vacuumed it up with a shop vac. It kind of overflowed. And we used a shop vac to vacuum it up. And then it didn't overflow again. But luckily they were able to come out today and get it taken care of really quick. As opposed to having to wait multiple days or something. And of course, you know, the plumbing would act up when you have a sick 8-year-old who has a fever and needs to like go into the bath sometimes. Of course, that would be when the plumbing drain would back up. It's good that it's taken care of now. I think like one more kill here, maybe one more kill and we're gonna ding. But let's go ahead and heal up. Okay, maybe it was 2 more. Yeah, that one didn't do it, but we're really close. Who else is going to be safe to pull? I see corpses here, which means probably imminent respawns. Storm, hello. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining the stream and hanging out with us. See Money, hello. Welcome, man. Thanks for being here. We might actually complete this quest, surprisingly. And that wasn't really my intention, but I'll take it. Hey, there we go. Level 28. Okay. Yeah, every level at this point will be a new record. This will be the highest that we've gotten a hardcore character, and we have we've killed every class at least once, so Every level is a milestone now. Let's take a look. What do we want to do here? We put our 2 points in Pursuit of Justice. That is done. So I think now we go into Conviction. Increase our chance to get critical strikes with melee weapons. That's what we want. And we're going to need that for Vengeance anyway, so we kind of have to go into it. We don't really have much of a choice. I think I want to fly back to Stormwind and train level 28. I'm not sure if we get anything super impactful, but it will be nice to get it done. I could also probably store some stuff in the bank. We've got some crafting mats that I could stash. And we have a new bag. We can open up another bank slot and put this bag in it. Storm, you still have your warrior from 2007? Yeah, that's awesome, man. I still have some characters on my account from like 2005. I have a hunter on the Dalaran server that I haven't logged in since they weren't able to equip dual wield anymore, so he, on the character screen, he's dual wielding. And I think if I log him in, he's not going to be able to do that. That's awesome though. Yeah, I love going to old servers and looking at my old characters who've been around forever. Always brings back some memories.
Light be with you.
So the next part in the chain is to kill the Dark Runners, and they were in the same area. We've already fought like a handful of them. And they were about the same level, but for now let's head over to Stormwind. Wyatt, hello. Thank you for joining the stream, man. Appreciate you being here. Midian, good evening. Thanks for coming.
What can I do for you? Safe travels.
Jojo, hello, man. How's your day going? Thanks for being here. JSZZ, hello. Thanks for coming to the stream. I appreciate you guys all showing up. It's really awesome. Saosa, hello. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're just getting started. We hit level 28. So, new milestone. We're going to go back to Stormwind. We're going to train up. And then I think we just go right back to Duskwood. And try to push more quests maybe out around the graveyard. Goomba's not around, Joe. Goomba's upstairs right now. I got my door shut, so he's been a little rascal. He comes down into the basement. He acts like he wants to nap with me, and sometimes he naps for a little bit. But then at some point he jumps down. And after he jumps down, he goes into the rest of the basement, and he finds stuff to get into. So he's been a little rascal. I think he's trying to tell me that I'm not, like, playing with him enough and taking him outside enough, so it's probably not really his fault. It's probably, like, mostly my fault. But I don't know if I can trust him, so I have the upstairs gated off right now, so he actually can't get down here. Unfortunately, for now, it has come to that until I can kind of tidy up some things in the basement and, like, re-puppy-proof it. Because for a while, he wasn't really getting into stuff, but recently he's been finding stuff to get into. Let's stop by the bank first and we'll stash some stuff. Jojo, I'm glad you're liking the streams, man. They're still really new to me, but I've been enjoying them a lot as well. It's been a lot of fun to be able to hang out and chat with you guys. And it's helped the character out a lot too. I think the character is probably alive because of you guys. It's definitely helped out a lot. That's right, we did a bunch of crafting, and so we actually have bag space. I think oh, that's 10 gold. I'm glad I didn't just, like, reactionarily click this, because that's a lot of gold. We're not going to do that right now. We'll stash the bag, and then we'll come back to that later. Let's see. We'll probably sell the linen. Matt, welcome, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming to the stream. Anything else we can tuck away? We can tuck that away. We can tuck this away. I don't really think we need the silk right now. And that should basically be good. Yeah, I like that. So I was to ask, what server is this? This is the Bloodsail Buccaneers server where most people are doing the hardcore challenge, at least over in the US. Yeah, it's a US East realm, classic era. Eastern Standard Time, and this is where people do the hardcore challenge. Alright, back to the Cathedral of Light. Joe, the level for mounts in Classic Era is 40. So at 40 we should be able to get a spell for our mount. I think we get our mount completely for free as a Paladin. And that won't happen until level 40 though, so... That's kind of the reason why we took 2 points in Pursuit of Justice. That gives us 8% increased movement speed just in general. Taxi Arcus, you asked if you could be in the same guild but on a different server. I don't know how retail works, but not in Classic Era. Yeah, I'm not sure if retail works differently, and it may. So you might want to look into that, but in Classic Era, no. Storm, that's okay, man. I just appreciate you being here. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, don't stay up too late. I haven't got a lot of good sleep recently. Nobody in my house has, so I understand what it feels like to have to go through your day and not have good sleep, and it's not good. So I totally get it. Prioritize sleep, man.
King's honor.
And we'll see you when we can. Exorcism rank 2, not super appealing, but we're using it right now, so yeah, sure. Exorcism rank 2 Shadow Resist Aura could be good, especially because we have some casters in the area that are using shadow magic. It does hit for quite a bit, so maybe that would be worth it. And that's all we got. Joe, we'll see you tomorrow, man. Enjoy dinner. Have a good rest of your evening. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, we're in Stormwind, so that means we gotta crank the music down. Weston, I'm good, man. Yeah, we had to have the plumber out, and my boy's still sick, but you know, it's been a good day regardless. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, the stream earlier was short out of necessity. We had to have a plumber come by to do some work, so I jumped off to help facilitate that. Our dog is kind of crazy, so I took him out in the yard to kind of play while the guy was here doing his thing, and it just took a long time. Okay, so we trained, we banked. We're not going to do any crafting right now. We could just hearth back. I don't really see a point to that. Let's just jump on a flight really quick. Taxi Arcus, I don't know, because some people tell me that from the UK you can connect to like US realms, but yeah, you'd have to be on the server, unfortunately. Like whenever they do the official hardcore Blizzard servers, that's where we're going to do the guild. And yeah, you'd have to be able to connect to that server, because I don't believe they have any kind of cross-server guilding in Classic Era. Yeah, but you can be here, man, in chat, and we have Discord too. I'll have to pop the Discord link in one of the descriptions for the streams, so that you guys can hop in the Discord if you're interested. Alright, Flight Master it is. Stormwind's pretty rockin' tonight. Lots of people doing stuff. Nobody's standing around waiting to get into a run. They're all actually running around doing stuff, which is nice to see. I wasn't kidding how close I have my mic to my mouth. No, that's kind of how I have the settings. I turn the gain really down so I don't pick up any background noise. And with this type of microphone, you want to use it close to your mouth. If you're using like it's a cardioid mic, if that's the kind of mic you're using, you want to use it at about this distance. Because once you move it away, even if you were to turn the gain up, there'd be echo. So you really use it from about right here. Depending on how loud you want to project your voice, yeah.
What can I do for you?
I'm glad it sounds good. God, this is taking a long time to get to this point. It used to be way out here, and when I first started, like if you go back and you watch some of the early videos, you could tell that it sounds a lot different because I tried to have it really far away, and unless you have like super good soundproofing, you just can't use it that way.
Be careful.
This is a Yeti X, Taxiarchus, yeah, which is it's just a USB mic. So I tried to use the Shure SM7B, but that's like a more complicated audio setup. And the way I was recording videos at the time just wasn't working to get the stereo audio. I was only getting audio in one ear because it was getting mono channeled through my recording software. So yeah, I went back to the Yeti and I upgraded from my old Yeti to the Yeti X, and I haven't looked back since. It's super easy to use, it's easy to set up, and as long as you understand kind of the constraints of how to use it, it works really well. And it's pretty cheap, especially when you compare it to things like the Shure SM7B, which is like a $500 microphone. Yeah, the Yetis are super affordable, really good mics. You just have to know how to kind of configure some of their settings and how to use them. Whitney, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you stopping by. So, what are we gonna do? Let's see. I think we go after some ghoul fangs. It's green now, so that'll be like the first green quest that we've been able to work on for a while. Juice delivery, also green now that we've leveled. So this is good. We're finally getting to that point where some of the stuff we have to do is green. What about stuff over in Redridge? How is that? That's the same thing over there, level 25 and level 25. So we're getting to a good point where we're going to start having some options. If we can get like a crap ton of kill XP and like maybe we grind some more, maybe we grind the halfway level so we can quest to halfway through. And then maybe the goal is simply to grind the half level to 29. And that way we can kind of stay ahead of the leveling curve a bit. I think we take the northern route. That way we avoid stitches. We don't have to do this one right now, it's level 29, so we'll wait on it. Storm, have a good night, man. Take care. Again, I appreciate you stopping by. We do these at different times, so there will probably be ones you'll have more time to catch, and, you know, so... Sometimes we'll do them earlier. Sometimes afternoon streams might last till like 4 or 5 in the summer, so... We'll see you soon. Rhea, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for coming by. We just hit level 28 a little bit ago. We trained, and now we're gonna go kill some ghouls. Whitney, you've started the character on the hardcore server? Oh, good luck. But if you die, like, it's okay. You gotta remember, go again. That's the motto. If you die, just go again. Take a nap first, but then go again. And just be careful, pull slow, be careful if you feel like you're questing and you're risking it and you don't like how it feels. Find some non-aggressive stuff to fight for a while. And just fight some non-aggressive mobs, less chance of getting back attacked and stuff. Point Madness, hello. I am doing well. I hope you are well. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Taxiarchus, it does help because, yeah, it's the direction of it is this way, then my keyboard and my mouse are on the other side, so it's harder for it to pick those noises up. It still can, like if I start banging on my keys, you'll probably hear it a little bit. But, yeah, it helps a lot. Weston Burger, you want to know how hard is it to play in hardcore and to interact with chat at the same time? Well, I will tell you, we have almost died many times. It's a little bit of a challenge, and it's kind of like a learning curve, and I'm still learning it. But it's not super difficult. It's not impossible. Now, obviously, my chat is reasonable and reasonably sized. I'm sure that it could get to a point where it would be very hard to effectively interact with chat and play hardcore. If you were someone who's much more popular than me, I'm very lucky. Because right now I get to figure out how to multitask this way, and it's not completely overwhelming. Anthony, thanks for being here, man. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by the stream. Bogdan, you asked, would I like to have a software that shows me the stream chat inside of the WoW chat? I don't know. That sounds like it would be cool. I mean, I have other things going on in the chat. It's not a lot because we just have like loot, XP and stuff. I don't know. For a couple of reasons. When things are being said in chat and it's not in the game, then like lots of things can be said, and since I don't have to respond or read them all out, then it's kind of better than if some things would get said into the general chat window that's in the recording. Does that make sense? Like, it could be really cool, like for quality of life, being able to look in one place. That's a super neat idea. There are some things though that I don't think I would want to pop up there that I might have to go back and like edit later, which would be like work that I would probably forget to do. And then something that shouldn't be visualized in chat gets visualized in chat. But it's a super neat idea. Where my chat window is, it's kind of close enough. It's like looking down here in the bottom left and then looking over here in the top right is almost kind of the same thing. So it's not, the distance of it isn't really too much of an issue. Have I changed, JD, you ask, have I changed my graphic settings? I don't think so. You guys should be able to stream this in 1440. So it should look the same. I don't think I've changed anything on my end. No, we're still where we need to be. You want to see my spec, Dalton? Yeah, I can pop that up. Last time you watched, I do have a shadow under my character. Yeah, it's right there. It's just not very pronounced right now. Yeah, I don't think anything has changed. It was probably just different lighting, so depending on the lighting in the game, you're going to see the shadow in a different way. But yeah, nothing is, shadow quality is ultra high. I don't turn the RTX shadows on because I think they're absolutely useless. But ray trace shadows, yeah, these don't do anything to make it look better in my opinion, so I leave that off, and that's been the same. For spec, what we're doing is we are in ret, but we are also in holy for divine strength, and that's it. That's what we've got going on. We took pursuit of justice, and that's helped us run away and live. It's movement speed, so it's really helping us out a lot. Yeah, JD, it was probably the darkness in the woods that made it look differently. We're kind of basically in Elwyn Forest right now, you know. We're taking the scenic route. Whitney, there's a 12-person line for Garrick Padfoot. Yep. And that's usually the only line that I'll wait in. And I'll either wait in it or I won't do that quest. I think we skipped that quest on this character. I don't think we did that one. There wasn't quite a line when we were doing it. There was like a little clumping of people and then a line after that, and that didn't make sense, so we just didn't do that one. It's really hard to get those named enemies, and anymore, like after the starting area, like people don't typically line up after that. They just kind of They spam their instant cast, and they hope for the best. And we actually got Gold Tooth that way. By just spamming Judgment, we happened to get him. The sword looks huge. This sword is huge. Yeah, it's like Buster Sword size sword. I really like it. It looks like we're wielding a sword that was meant for a Tauren, like on a human. And like, that's interesting. Watchman, are we going to do any dungeons this run? I'll do a dungeon when one of you guys messages me in game and says, hey, do you want to tank, DPS, or heal? And then I'll say yes, and then you'll put a group together. Yeah, I don't really want to group with a pug, you know, I have no interest in playing with pugs. I don't want to get killed, and I don't want to get people killed who don't know me and have nothing to do with me and don't know what they're getting into.
How are you?
And I don't want to explain to my pug, hey, I'm going to be kind of distracted, you know, I'm streaming this right now, talking to chat and stuff, so if I get you killed, you can blame my chat. That doesn't seem fair to anybody, especially you guys. So yeah, that's it. Whenever you guys wanna message me and do a run, we can do it. But I think we're waiting for the hardcore server, the official one, and then we'll have a guild going, and we can do that kind of stuff then. Tactical Warrior, it's the Ned Stark Claymore. Yeah, that is a good comparison, most definitely. It's awesome, and welcome. Hope you're having a good evening, man. Yeah, Whitney, for named mobs, it's like, I think the named mobs are locked in on like a 2 to 5 minute timer, whereas like the random enemies are variable. You know, they respawn really fast, they hyper spawn sometimes, but those named guys, I've often complained about the fact that they should just be on like a 10-second respawn on hardcore servers. The named guys should be on a 10-second respawn. Everything else is often on a 10-second respawn, so I don't know how it could hurt anything. It would just let more people get the quest done. Maybe they'll look at that for the hardcore server, you know what I mean? Like, if we feel that way, then the people who are way up in the hardcore scene, like who they're talking to as they're like coming up with the rules, they have to have experienced this obviously too, so maybe that'll be something that we'll see fixed in the official hardcore realm. That would be super cool to see quality of life changes like that. Just increasing the rate at which the name guys spawn would be huge. What do we have up here? Oh, this is marking the ghouls that are beneath us, like in the ground, in the thing. We don't really want to go underground because that's kind of dangerous. 6 is, yeah, Ramblers Hardcore Guild on the new server. We'll get one going. I won't be running it. You guys will just be doing whatever and dragging me along on runs mostly. But, you know, we'll have a guild where we can all chat and guild chat and stuff while we're doing runs. Yep. We're gonna be the Rambling Ramblers. It's like the most nonsensical thing I could come up with that still makes sense. Oh, I hate the guys that drop the worms. Gross, come on. Yeah, okay, they don't have any health, but sometimes they're hard to target. Phoenix, I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Thanks for coming to the stream. Patrick, have I played Jedi Survivor? I have not. I have not played Jedi Survivor. I don't take a lot of my time to play other games. A lot of times, if it's a single player game, I watch my wife play single player games on the Xbox. Recently, she's beat Witcher 3, Phoenix Immortals Rising, Hogwarts Legacy, Moonlighter, Call to the Lamb. She's beat a bunch of games, and like I'll just watch her play. Because by the end of the day, like I'd rather just watch somebody play. Especially when it's like a really like straightforward narrative kind of game. Cannon, you want to know how I got into World of Warcraft? I got into World of Warcraft through a friend, but I had played Warcraft 3, I'd played Warcraft 2 in my youth. So the thing that got me into World of Warcraft was probably Warcraft 3 was the biggest influence. And then my friend, you know, he got into the game right away. He was in one of the betas, and he let me sit down at his computer and make a druid Tauren. And I got to run around Mulgore for the first time. And yeah, I ran around Mulgar and I was like, oh my gosh, this seems amazing. I get to explore this whole world, and like you're telling me all the zones are going to look vastly different, and all these enemies are going to be vastly different every zone I go to, and yeah, it just pulled me in right away. Just the concept that there was this huge world. I remember he opened the map up and he kept zooming out the map until we got to the 2 continents, and I was like, are you kidding me? I can go into all these zones, it's all connected, it's all like an open world. And yeah, I was just sucked in. This is that crypt tactical. Yeah, it's got that, the loop around the secret passageway. I don't think we're going to be going back that far. But, yeah, this is the one. I'm like 99% sure that this is the one with the loop around the little passageway. Johnny Hoover, Warcraft 3 Reforged, man, don't play it. Do you have any fond memories of Warcraft 3? Don't play Reforged. Reforged was kind of a sham. You might not have seen a lot of the news around it, but yeah, they kind of screwed people over. They screwed fans over with that one. It was a quick money grab. They outsourced all the work to like some other studio, and like they did an okay job, but it just doesn't really... It's not Warcraft 3 Reforged. It's like Warcraft 3 shat back out. Unceremoniously shat back out. I don't think it's worth playing, man. Unfortunately. I was super hyped about it, and then it came out so fast, which was like the first red flag. And then it turns out like it just isn't that great. There's a bunch of problems with it. A bunch of stuff they promised was gonna be in it. Didn't make it, like revised cutscenes and stuff like that. Yeah, I wish I could say that it was worth it, but from everything I know about it, and I followed the news about it quite extensively when it first was coming out, I wouldn't touch it. I never even touched it. And I had thought back then that it would be something that we could play on the channel for a while, and then like it just never got better. They never put the work in to fix it. It is sad. Really, really sad. Because if they had put a lot of heart and soul into a Warcraft 3 Reforged, it could have been amazing. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, that's kind of what it will do. It'll destroy your old memories, and you won't make any good new memories with it. And I don't even know if there's any way to play the original game anymore, unless maybe you had like the disc around. I don't think there's any way. That's the crummiest part, is I don't know that there's a way for people to experience like just Warcraft 3 now unless they have the discs. Scrap of 12, yeah, I shouldn't be down here, and in fact we're probably gonna get out. We're probably gonna have to get out. Patrick Terrett, thank you, man. That's super generous of you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Of course, now the way of retreat is blocked, which puts us in quite a situation. Place I'm at right now is really horrifying, and if you think about it, this place gets me. Yeah, Weston, this place is not a good place for me to be. There were other players around, and now there are not. So we are gonna have to work our way out of here really carefully. Let's start by fighting this guy over in the corner, and remembering that we can use Exorcism, and more than that, we should get Exorcism rank 2 out on our bar. That would be super smart. There we go. I like this area aesthetically, but yeah, for a hardcore run, this is not the place to be. This is not the place to be at all. And I knew that coming out here, but I thought there would be more of these ghouls up top, and it turns out you really do kind of have to come down here to work on the quest. We got this guy coming through. We're going to back off over here, and we're going to mana up. Because having mana seems like it's about to be really important, because we're going to be in like a heal situation, I think. Oh good, he turned around. That's actually perfect. Exodus, welcome. Thanks for being here. What happened to all the guys that were out here? We're getting respawns. Weren't there like a few guys out here a second ago? Did another player come through? Kind of worried about like getting these leashed back into this spot. Let's grab this guy. Let's pull him back into our little safe room here. And let's fight him back here. Yeah, D-Domino, you're right. It would be really easy to get overrun here. I'm gonna try to be super careful and try to keep our mana up and stuff. Just in case it all goes sideways. Well, that wasn't super safe. Let's come back here. I think we still fight this. We can potion if we need to. We have lay on hands. We have bubbles. I don't think we run. I think running would be the mistake, because running is going to pull more stuff to us. We have 3 potions. I'm going to pop one now, and then we're just going to play it safe. Wix, man, I'm glad you're taking a day for yourself if you need one. That's really important to do. That's awesome, man. Thanks for being here and stopping by the stream. Sixes, this is a crypt in, we're in Duskwood. North of the cemetery. We kind of entered here and now we're underground. And it's not a very friendly place to be. Menrod, hello. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you stopping by. Patrick, you think they spawn faster when we loot them? Yeah, that could be the case. I've had people say that that's the case. I've had other people say that it's not, and I just don't know 100% how it works. It could be because the bodies disappear faster. Mogar, man, saying it's a little spotty in here is being really generous to me because I should not have taken us down here, I don't think. Except that I'm kind of worried that we wouldn't be able to complete the quest up top. So part of me thinks, like, maybe we have to be down here to some extent. Because we need lots of ghoul-related stuff. We're looking for fangs. We're doing the kill quest too, right? Yeah, the plague spreaders. There might be a couple of these up top, but I don't think we're going to find 20 of them. Yeah, and then we're getting ghoul ribs as well, so 1, 2, 3 quests just from the ghouls here. I am trying to get us kind of out, but every time we turn around we have respawns to deal with. Okay, we got a little bit of help here. I don't mind that. We looted everything back here. We should be looking for plague spreaders, so maybe, well, let's see, here we go, you're a plague spreader. Let's take him back to our little corner. Karen, hello. Good evening. Thank you for coming by the stream. Alright, that's it for ghoul ribs. Now we're just looking for fangs and the plague spreaders. Penta, you say I have excellent posture. Thank you. I have to try really hard because I'm a tall person, so if I don't have good posture, it's going to be painful for me. The corner of death? Well, that's ominous. I like my little corner here. I don't think anybody spawns in my little corner. They spawn right here, and I can kind of run back to my corner. I can be fine. Although we're in combat with something, and I'm not sure what we're in combat with, and that's not always good. Let's get a little heal off here. That was a really little heal. Rank 1 flash of light. Well, gee. Okay, we are out of combat. That's good. Nixta, thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're trying to kill them. We're trying to kill them all right over here in the corner. Definitely. We're trying to actually get out, but we keep getting respawned. So, like, will we ever get out? Maybe if we follow another player on their way out, maybe then we'll get out. But will we be able to fight out on our own? We haven't been able to yet. We haven't been able to clear the respawns. So, we need to get those diseases off of us, like, pronto. That is not good. Alright, we have to mana up and heal up, like, really fast here. We're not in a super good spot. Tactical, an embarrassing moment when I first started playing. That was so long ago. Like, when I first started playing, I clicked my abilities. Like, that's embarrassing enough. It took, like, months for my friend to convince me to start training myself to not click. He kept telling me, like, you're not going to be able to do that forever. You're not going to be able to click your abilities forever. You need to stop. And I was like, nah, it's fine. You know, telling him, nah, it's fine. Embarrassing, right? Like, no, I'll just keep clicking them forever. It'll be okay. I've done lots of embarrassing things. I count, like, every time I've got a raid wiped, and, you know, I don't remember all those times, but I know they happened. And I know I've done embarrassing stuff right here. So, but yeah, being a clicker for probably too long, especially as someone who's always been really proficient on the keyboard, to have been a clicker for as long as I was. Iris George, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming and spending your time here with us. Canon G, how am I liking the Pally? I'm loving the Paladin. The Paladin has allowed me to learn how to stream and not get killed. On any other class, we'd be dead. Mogarman, did I play the original Warcraft? I played a version of it on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, way back in the day, when I was like 12 years old. And I just remember my friend putting in, like, typing in the cheat codes for, like, more gold and stuff. Gold is good, was that one of the cheat codes? Yeah, I remember some of the cheat codes. I think gold is good was a cheat code for gold. There was a one to reveal the map. I remember my friend cheating at Warcraft on the PlayStation. And then I played a lot of Warcraft 3. That was when, like, I was a bit older, you know, I had a rig that could run it, and I started playing Warcraft 3. The Ovi Show asked, how many hardcore runs have I attempted? How many successes? 0 successes. We've gotten every character class killed at least once, and we're working on twice a round. So this is the highest level we've been at. Prior to this, we were level 26. This character is the highest level we've got. So yeah, but it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed every character and really gotten into all of them. But there's lots of things to learn, especially when you're me, and it takes many character deaths to learn those things. Alright, so out here we can get some of the parts, but I don't know. Oh, plague spreaders. Oh, well, we could have got a plague spreader, but yeah, it's going to be hard to compete up here. Everybody wants plague spreaders, and nobody wants to go down below. So, we're going to have to pop them as soon as they come out of the ground. Tatsuko, you used to run all the way back to Death Bell to repair because you thought that's how you build rep with the faction? Oh. Did you think that because of, like, a different games experience, or what made you put 2 and 2 together? Because I never would have thought about that. When I first started playing the game, I don't think I knew what reputation was or anything for a very long time. So you were already, like, way ahead of me. Taxiarchus, take care, man. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming by. You didn't know why? That's just what you thought? Fair enough, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you didn't know. You're just like, that's just what I thought. I thought that's where I did that thing. I did it there the first time, and I thought I would just keep doing it at that place every time. That does make sense. It's a shame how they treated Arthas. Yeah. Arthas got a bad rap. No argument here. Whitney, you stacked int on your death knight? Ooh. But like it's unholy damage sometimes, right? So you might think these look like magical abilities and stuff going off, so intellect, right? Why isn't the intellect giving me more runic power? Yeah, we've all definitely done things or like totally... I'm sure there are things that I misunderstood for a very long time. And if I start to think about it, I'll probably come up with some of them. Just aspects of the game that I probably went far too long without really understanding. Like, I admitted that this playthrough was the first time that I've ever looked at, cared about, or thought about weapon speed on a two-hander. I've never noticed the weapon speed on a two-hander, and I never knew it mattered for Pallies. You know, I never knew that Pallies needed a slower weapon because I didn't think about weapon speed on two-handers at all. So, and I'm sure like on a warrior, you want a fast two-hander because you want to be generating rage. And if I knew that, all of my warriors would probably have been better. But you know, 20 years later, and I'm not looking at the weapon speed on a two-hander, so that's pretty embarrassing, I think. I think that's one. Exodus, you leveled a hardcore priest to 60 on SOM on your first try? That's awesome, man. Before I killed our priest off in the elevator shaft in Undercity, I was convinced that we were going to live forever. Because with Power Word Shield, I couldn't imagine a situation where we couldn't at least run away. It was so powerful.
You need something?
And like, yeah, it felt like you can basically keep it up at all times. You know, you get that little debuff that stops you for a couple seconds, but I just thought like, you know, we're never gonna die. And then I fell down an elevator. Probably also in a very embarrassing thing to do, right?
See you around.
Have I ever played Oblivion? No, I think I own Oblivion on Steam. I probably picked it up for like $2 years and years ago. You know, but I've never played it. I played Skyrim a little bit. I've played some ESO. But I never played Oblivion. Sometimes I worry about like playing games that are more dated now because I don't know if I'd be able to give them like a fair shake because I've been kind of spoiled by like modern graphics, obviously. I mean, I say that, but I play so much classic. What would you say like really makes Oblivion super different from like a different game in like the same style? Like what made it so good? Is there a handful of things about it? Something about the world, or just like the gameplay, or just like, is it nostalgia? The quest lines are really good, like the writing and the storytelling and stuff. Yeah, I always worry about trying older games that I haven't really played because I always worry about giving them a fair shake, whether or not I'll be able to give them a fair shake. You played Morrowind after Skyrim, but you fell more in love with Morrowind than Skyrim. Exodus, Star Wars The Old Republic, like the MMO. Yeah, I can't. I tried like a year and a half ago to do a SWTOR playthrough, but all the music is heavily copywritten. So when I uploaded the first video to YouTube, it immediately got a bunch of copyright strikes. I couldn't put it live. So that was the nail in the coffin for that one. And I thought like maybe I could just layer some ambient music underneath and like mute the in-game music, but I don't think it's going to be possible to get immersed in those Star Wars stories and stuff like that without the actual music going, so I never revisited it. I played the game when it first came out, and I have a level 60 Imperial agent who's he's chilling in that space station waiting to go on the next raid that's never going to happen. Cannon asks, is WoW my favorite game of all time? Yeah, I think in some way or another, it maybe is. There are other games that I like a lot that are not World of Warcraft. But yeah, I would say probably. Morladim. Okay, Morladim. I don't want to be near this guy. This guy's fighting Morladim. He just cast a heal on me, didn't he? He did something to me, because I'm in combat with Morladim now. Yeah, okay, we're not hanging around for that. Yeah, something happened because he put us in combat with him. I don't know what he did, or if we just got too close, but yeah, we're not sticking around to see how that pans out. Steve, I lived in Missouri for a long time. At Royals home games were in Missouri, right off the expressway. Yeah. Favorite WoW expansion? You know, I would have said Wrath of the Lich King once upon a time. And I think that's kind of tarnished because of Wrath Classic a little bit, and I think now I would say Burning Crusade, but I think that's only because I didn't get enough time with BC and Classic because they rushed BC. So now I'm like nostalgic for more BC that I'll never get to play. So now my answer is like, well, yeah, Burning Crusade. But I don't know if that's like real or something that like I did by feeling like I got cheated out of my time with BC and Classic because it was cut so short. Right now, I just like Classic era. Right now, I'm living life expansion free, and I've really just been enjoying that. And ideally, they would just make more content for Classic era. And then I guess I don't really need the expansion content, I just want more Classic era content. Whitney, there's a flagged undead rogue there. See, I've seen videos of stuff like that, but I've never experienced it. It's probably because it's the evening. I bet the griefers probably can only play in the evening. You know, they've probably got stuff to do during the day. Because I've never experienced that. Yeah, I'd get out of there. Don't wait for that one. Instead, go grind down like the lower level stuff in the area. Just kill the Defias guys nearby for a bit. I think that's what I did. I think instead of standing in line trying to get him, we just fought the Defias guys there for a bit, trying to get them to like drop a bag for us. And I think we got at least one bag to drop while we were doing that. You got a bag. That's awesome. That's good luck for a character. As long as it's not a gray bag. Someone told me that the gray bags are cursed, and then the character we got the gray bags on died. And they were like, see, told ya. And I was like, that's super helpful, thanks. So if as long as it's not a gray bag, it's good luck. If it's a gray bag, you know, I hate to be superstitious, but at this point I'd say drop it. It's a red one. That's perfect. Let's come back here. We're stuck in combat again. There we go. Let's drink our mana back. Two black bags in a row. Yeah. I mean, usually I don't believe in those kinds of things, but that character got killed pretty early, I think. Alright, let's move away from this guy. Bondaman, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad I can do something to help you out. Migraines are terrible. I get migraines myself, and they can get really bad. So, I definitely understand the pain. Usually I put ice on my forehead, and I'll either put ice on my neck, or I'll do a heating pad on my neck and ice on my forehead, and then darkness. And then I guzzle like a gallon of water, because for some reason when I get migraines, I get like super thirsty, like feeling like I'm dehydrated. And then if I'm lucky, I pass out with the ice melting on my face. Now we run. I did not want to get anybody else embroiled in that, but unfortunately I cannot stop and help them. Let's take a look from a distance. He's gonna be okay. He's a level 29 rogue. Tactical, I never knew that. Is that for real? Ice in the back of the neck is affixed to a bloody nose. Works almost immediately. I got a lot of bloody noses as a kid. I think I had like allergies and like everything would get irritated and I would get bloody noses all the time. And we would just shove toilet paper up there and tilt our heads back and hope for the best. Bondaman, if you take like a towel and get it wet, like get it pretty saturated with water, then put it in the freezer for a while and take it out like right before it's frozen solid, that's like a good impromptu way to have like a cold pack. Just get like a thick towel or rag, get it soaked with cold water, wring it out, lay it in the freezer for a bit, and then right before it's frozen stiff, you can kind of put that across your head and face. They sell like actual like skull caps that are like full of gel that you can put in the freezer, then you pull it onto your whole head. I don't have one, but a friend of ours does, and I've seen it, and it looks like it would be amazing. And I keep meaning to get one, and I keep forgetting about it. Nah, we're not going down here again. Nah, we're so close to getting the quest done. I think we just don't do that. We got more Ladim over here. Let's give him a little moon so that we can see him coming from like a mile away. How about we do an X? Yeah, I want to see him if he gets close, because we've had to run from him already. And it's not super exciting. Let's maybe hang out here for a second, like relatively safely, and wait for some of the plague spreaders to come up. Here we go. That will work. Where's he going? Oh, he aggroed. Hey, why don't you come this way? There we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that mage really used that fence to their advantage. This thing had to run all the way around to get to that mage. That was well played. Alright, we're literally looking for one more plague spreader, but we need one more ghoul fang. Maybe this guy will drop the fang. There are some people playing Priest on hardcore with a lives saved counter on screen. It cracks you up. They should have that on their screen. We got saved. But it was the second day that I was streaming when I was still trying to figure out what in the heck I was supposed to do and how I was supposed to interact with chat and play the game and not get killed. Well, over in Redridge, I almost got us killed. And the only reason we lived was because while we had 7 HP left, this priest healed us. And had they not done that, we would have died right there in Redridge on my second day of streaming. And that would have been horrible. So yeah, I feel like that's super cool, because if you're out there saving people's lives, it's a cool number to have, you know. It's a nice metric. Alright, this will be the last one. Alright, let's hearth out of here. Well, yeah, of course, we're not just gonna hearth out. We'll kill the annoying little spider first. He's here just to cause trouble. He's like the one spider here amongst all the ghouls. He's a carrion eater, so you'd think he would be trying to eat the animated corpses. Alright, now we can hearth back. Got a couple to turn in. Abercrombie's crate is level 30. The ogres down there must be a higher level. So yeah, we probably don't do that right now.
Greetings. Be careful.
Mogar Man says Blizzard will monetize hardcore servers by offering life insurance for your characters. Like a payout. It'll be like a pay to roguelite. Pay to roguelite. So you pay Blizzard, you know, for like some kind of roguelite battle pass, okay? And then every time you pay them, you can bank so much gold that then gets transferred to your next attempt at hardcore.
Need help?
Pay to roguelite. Yeah. Don't give them that idea. 10 slot bag, hey. Tactical, I bought them back because I knew you were going to say that. You didn't see the click because it happened so fast. I immediately bought them back. Uh-huh, look at that. I vendored it and I was like, Tactical is going to say that I need to do my fishing. And I immediately bought them back. I'm on to you.
Farewell.
Alright, that's cool. Let's put this here. Well, let's put it here. Let's switch them around a bit. That's awesome. I was quick with it. Yeah, I just did it. Boom, boom. I sold it and was as I clicked to sell it, I already realized I was going to buy them right back.
Greetings. Light bless you.
We're going to go check this guy for a bronze tube. Do I think there's any chance that we get this? No, not with the server population being what it is. And yes, there are places we can for sure get it. And we'll be there eventually, but we'll check him just in case.
Salutations!
He's got silver contacts, he's got copper modulators, bronze framework, rough blasting powder, but no bronze tubes. Okay, it is as we thought. So what are we going to do now? I think we head to Redridge, right? Don't we have a couple of low-level things to do? Yeah, we can maybe go after Yowler. He's not an elite, right? If I could remember to actually... It's not that I don't remember. It's like I'm trying to find it in myself to simply stand there and fish and feel like that's content. It's like I'm trying to convince myself I'm not quite there. Same thing with like doing my blacksmithing. I'm trying to convince myself that I can stand there and do it and that that's somehow content. But part of my brain just doesn't accept it. Let's head over to Lakeshire.
See you around.
And some of you guys want to see it. I know some of you guys would want to see me stand here and fish, and we could chat about stuff. I'm just like, I want to be progressing. And I know that to some extent professions can be part of that progression, but what would be cool is if you earned a little bit of XP. Not a lot, not anything like super significant, not enough that you could like fish your way to max level, but maybe if you were super patient. If you got a little bit of XP from things like fishing, mining, leather or skinning and herbing, kind of like you do later, like after Cataclysm I think you could herb and you could mine and you get a little bit of experience from it. But that would be a cool thing to see. Just a tiny bit of character XP thrown in with the professions, with the crafting. Alright, so we are going all the way to the north. Yowler's back here. Let's take a look at Yowler. I remember now about Yowler. Yowler is in like a 3-pull. I'm pretty sure he's part of a 3-pull. But we can go have a little look-see. And if we don't like what we see, we don't have to do it. This guy's got a couple of elite quests we're not going to be able to do. Over here we have another elite quest. We have Lieutenant Fangor, which is not an elite quest. Yeah, basically just a bunch of elite quests. I don't really know that I need to set my Hearthstone here. We aren't going to be able to use it tonight anyway. Not for a second time. Let's go check out Yowler and see what's going on with him. That's a good point. Yeah, they'd probably think of that. Someone besides me would think of that. You thought of it. So yeah, turning it off because then the twinks would accidentally level. Yeah, for sure. I like the idea of like optional experience like that, being able to be toggled on and off anyway. Because yeah, you're right, some people wouldn't want it. Absolutely. Wood Rain Mud, you want to shout out for your dad, Mark, and your son, Seth? You've got us on the big screen at the campground. At the campground. Hey, that's awesome. Good vibes to you guys. I hope you are enjoying that. That sounds like glamping to me, which sounds awesome. That's super cool. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. We're going after Yowler, so it's definitely action fit for a big screen. Well, you know, I said it was a 3-pull. It looks like a 5-pull, 6 maybe. So yeah, you know, we could do the old pull, kill, run, and leash, where we pull them, we kill one, we run, we leash. Yeah, level 19. We can burn through these guys, then maybe we leash Yowler and we come back. I think we can do this. Famous last words, I think we can do this, and then it's a caster. I think we can do this, he says as he hits the caster. Let's try to kill this alpha. I think if we could do that, that'd be super cool. Let's stun Yowler so he's not just smacking us in the face. Yes, we're taking lightning damage, yeah. Let's, we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it, let's just run away and be safe. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should have just tried to keep Yowler. Maybe we just kind of hit Yowler a little bit. And we, like, pull him back and we leash the other two. Maybe that's the play. Because I think we can do this, but we're not going to be able to kill all of them. I wish we would have got... Well, we got one. Okay, we... Oh no, that's the one that was on the hill. Yeah, I don't think we cleared his camp at all. What do we do? Let's see. Maybe if I can clear... Okay, what's this over here? We got another player. If I go in and I kill the Mystic, then I could run. And then maybe I try to keep Yowler and we leash the Alpha. Okay, and if that's not gonna work, we can retreat the same way we just retreated. Right over here. We've got a bubble, we've got lay on hands, our potions are gone for healing potions. Maybe we wait for him to path away. This is getting really sweaty. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like this. I didn't see that this guy was gonna come all the way down here. That was not part of the plan. He's gonna come and hang out. What an absolute rude. He was not invited, and he just showed up and decided to sit down. Okay. Okay, well, you know, maybe there's another option. Maybe there's another way to do this. Okay. They're probably going to try to do what we were going to do. Which is to kind of leash the other ones and keep Yowler on them so that they can kill Yowler really far away. Yeah, see, they've got him here. And they leashed... They see he did it. Yep, he's going to get him. Alright, well, damn. Well, that sucks. We just took too long to come up with our plan. Our plan might have worked, but yeah, being so hesitant about it was not useful. He basically had our same idea. Hit Yowler, keep Yowler, leash everything else, but he was able to do it, and we were not going to pull that off with speed. Wood, rain, mud, that could have been a possibility. Yeah, part of me is kind of glad we didn't. It could have been a death, but I feel like we might have been able to do it. I think we would have been able to run away, I think. We might not have been able to get him, but with the bubble and lay on hands, like, we can pop them one after the other, so I don't think we'd have died, but yeah, it wasn't smart. I'll admit that. He didn't steal my kill at all. He pulled that pack all on his own. Like, he had the balls to pull that pack, knowing that he was gonna have to leash those other guys and then deal with the Yeller. He had a plan. Like, we were developing a plan. He hatched his plan faster than I could. So, yeah. No, he didn't steal it from me at all. And there is no, like, if he tags it first, it's his mob. It doesn't matter if I was lining up the shot or not. It's a free-for-all. Yeah, he said Leroy before he ran in, so that's calling it, right? Yeah, the mage is really strong. I super regret getting our mage killed. I thought, you know, we had so much going on the mage, and I got her killed out of stubbornness. I was super stubborn. I kept going back into that town hall building, even knowing that the pull was like a 3 pull, and it was never gonna happen. But yeah, the mage is super powerful when you're not me and you just stay smart. Yes. The paladin gives me the leeway to be a little bit stupid sometimes, which a person like me absolutely needs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the last of the coffee for this evening. Yeah. An hour after it should have been ingested. An hour after coffee last call, the coffee has been devoured. No more coffee will be forthcoming this evening. Yeah, Thomas, absolutely. It's harder for the paladin to die. Yeah, that's why it's better for me, because with the mage you have a lot of ways to escape, it's true, but like once those ways are gone, you're wearing cloth and you're gonna die. This is looking super fun. We got a rogue up there just stealthing everybody, coming in here and sapping them. Let's just walk on by. I'm cool with that. I appreciate that. You know, there's not, ooh, he aggroed really, really quick for a green enemy. I didn't expect him to aggro from that range because he's level 24. Okay, mind blown, but let's move on. Are all the champions we need, are they gonna all be back in the cave? I'm pretty sure that most of them are gonna be back in this cave. Yeah, what's this cave situation gonna be like? We've got a warlock here, level 31 warlock. If they come into the cave with us, that provides a little bit of security. We've got somebody else here, looks like maybe a priest, okay. I am gonna go ahead and hope these guys don't run. Orcs don't usually run away, do they? Don't they like typically fight to the end because of honor and that stuff? Yeah, it does look like a dangerous cave, but I have to be in here to complete the quest. Now that being said, these guys are only level 25. What's gonna suck is when this happens and we pull this caster when we don't want them. That's the part that's gonna suck. Okay, it hasn't happened yet. They're only level 23 and that's the only reason we're still doing okay. Otherwise we can be in quite a bad spot right now. I'm gonna go after this mining and we'll see what the priest is gonna do. The priest is going that way. This rogue is sapping everybody. I haven't seen them yet. Joe US, what's the highest level we've got to in hardcore? You're looking at it, man. You're looking at it right now as it levels. We've got a champion pathing through here. This could be good for us. Let's back off a bit. I think we can get him right here. Perfect. Tactical, I'm absolutely not doing the escort out. Nope. Even if he was there, I wouldn't do the escort out. I think we get attacked by like a pack if I do the escort out. So yeah, I'm not gonna do an escort. I don't think we'll do any escorts. Yeah, you can't. I can't ask anybody to help me, nor would I. Now, people can choose to help. We help people all the time. People have helped us plenty. But yeah, you can't ask people to specifically help you, and you can't group up. So it's kind of like the spirit of it is that you can't ask people to help you. So there's no grouping up or anything like that. Zygor, do I think people will still play with the add-on even when there's official hardcore servers? I hope not. But I could see a situation where they would. I just hope that's not going to be the case. With Blizzard, anything is possible. They're talking to people in the community and we're hoping that they're going to do right by it and they're going to do a good job, but we won't know until we know, you know. I don't really want to fight any of these casters. I appreciate that. Let me give you some wisdom. Yeah. I don't really want to fight any of these casters, but we might as well see what it's like. Level 23, we'll kill the imp first. We can use exorcism on the imps. Oh yeah, that's awesome. And it almost killed them like flat out, so. Okay, so these guys are actually pretty easy to kill as long as we kill this thing first with an exorcism. What's the end game of hardcore? Well, some people do hardcore raids, but there isn't really an end game. Because, you know, you're probably not going to grind a bunch of gear. Maybe for some people they do. It's about the journey for me. So I'm not really thinking about endgame hardcore. I don't know if I'd want to risk it in an endgame raid after getting my character to 60. It's kind of just about the achievement. Is it possible to play this game without having to rely on other players? It is, especially if you're doing what we're doing, because we are doing the hardcore challenge on a classic era realm. And part of the hardcore challenge is that you can't really get help from other people, so it's solo self-found gear. You can't use the auction house, trade, group up. You can do dungeons with other players if you choose to, but on the hardcore rules you can only do each dungeon one time. But yeah, it's definitely possible to play basically any version of WoW without really having to rely on other people. If you just want to be a solo player, there are definitely ways to do that in all versions of the game. Wow, that flat out killed him. That was awesome. I kind of want this chest. Yeah, I want to see what's in here. I don't want to tag what they're queuing up. Okay, they're grabbing the champion. We'll clear this guy. This rogue must be right here. That was a sap that went up, wasn't it? Yeah, you could definitely play the whole way, like totally solo, in any version of WoW. There's some content you won't do, like you obviously won't be doing like the group dungeons or the raids and stuff, but you can level the character and see a bunch of content go all the way as a solo player, definitely. Most of my time in this game has been spent, especially recently, as a solo player. And especially on hardcore, we don't do a lot of dungeons, so... do I want to jump down? I think I can. Yeah, it seems to be safe. Let's wait for this one. All I can think is this rogue trying to work his way back to do the Keyshawn quest? Why would he just be sapping all these guys? What exactly is going on here, do you think? Oh, Vince. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's Mind Soothe from the priest. That makes a lot more sense than thinking there's like a mystery rogue that I've never caught a glimpse of going around and sapping everybody just in front of me, just for me. Thanks, man. Yeah, you're right. That is what it is. Totally. See, this is why I love having you guys around. I don't have to hold on to my stupid ideas. I can just be corrected, and I'd much rather be corrected than to hang on to this weird idea of like a mystery rogue. Penty asks, have I always live streamed? No, I just started live streaming about 4 days ago. Before that, just recorded content for years. Yeah, I got lots of recorded series, but 4 days ago, 5 days ago, was it, that we went live for the first time? Static Display says, if you don't know the answer, you guys will make one up. I appreciate that, yeah. Information, misinformation, you know, whichever. It's the thought that counts, I guess, yeah. These trackers, they must, you know, maybe because they're trackers, maybe they just have a bigger distance to aggro, because I've never seen low-level mobs aggro like that. It must be something special about these mobs. Yeah, I think everybody hopes that we'll see some kind of WoW Classic Plus where we get more content. I don't know if it would specifically be in Hardcore, but it would probably just be more content for Classic Era in general. And that would apply to the Hardcore server as well. Yeah, Classic Plus, Classic Era Plus is, I think, what a lot of people would love to see. Will Blizzard ever do it? Will they ever make new content for Classic Era? I give it about a 60% chance that they will. They'll start by doing the season, so what'll tell the tale is when we find out what's going to be in the new season that's supposed to start sometime before 2024. So when we see the new season stuff, then we'll know, are they going to innovate? Are they going to start adding cool stuff? Or are they just going to do another SOM and give us a stupid experience buff and tell us to play for a year and do the same content again and again? Like, is that what they're going to do? Or are they going to do something super cool with the new season? So I think that'll be the first thing that tells us, like, is Blizzard going to put effort into content for Classic Era? We'll find out first with what they do with the new season. If it's a cool season, there's hope. If the season is super lame, then there's no hope. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. There's a buff dropping in Stormwind if I can get there in 8 minutes. I probably could. But I'm so deep in this cave. And I'm fairly close to finishing this quest up. But I appreciate the information. If I was in Duskwood, I think I'd probably run for the, if I was out in the overworld, I'd probably run for a flight point. But being so deep in the cave, I think I gotta stick it out. Especially while we're lucky enough to have this priest down here with us. Because they are providing us with a little bit of additional security. Penty, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the nature of a big corporation. You know, they have to put more work into what they perceive as getting them more money. Keep in mind that the only purpose of a corporation is to make its shareholders more money. Sometimes you do that by making great products. Other times you do that by just focusing on what you can make money the easiest. So yeah, will they put time and money in like a team on Classic? Because right now Classic doesn't have a really big development team, so there's not a lot of people who actively work on Classic Era because there's not really anything to work on. So they probably pull like strike teams in when they want to do something like a hardcore realm or they want to do a new season. They probably like pull some people over. They do like a strike team or a task force. They go in, they do like maybe 3 or 4 sprints of work, and then those people probably go back to doing stuff for retail. I doubt they have people who are working full-time on any kind of Classic Era stuff. Except like just the maintenance of the server and things like that. But there's no content developers who are actively assigned to work on Classic Era because they're not developing content right now for Classic Era, so... yeah, that's kind of how it is. Josh, thank you, man. Thank you for being here and for hanging out in the stream. I appreciate that. JD, what kind of classic content would I want? I just want new zones, new 5-mans, new storylines. I want them to go into zones like Azara and kind of reconfigure and reimagine them for different level ranges. I'd like to get some new content for the tough level ranges, like between levels 30 and 50. I think there's room to create more questing arcs in even areas that already exist. And maybe make some new zones and make some new 5-mans for leveling dungeons and make some new raids and make some new endgame 5-mans. Yeah, they could do a bunch of stuff with existing assets super easy. I want to see more of everything in Classic Era. Yeah. And I think that would be the way they'd have to do it to make it good. You know, I don't think it's about giving people a new raid or giving people one new zone. I think it's about just giving more of everything. So like filling the current zones with more quest lines, adding new zones, going into empty areas of zones and adding stories there. But yeah, it's kind of a pipe dream. It probably won't ever happen the way that I just described it. I think that one day we will see something new in Classic Era, but I don't think it will be all that stuff. But you never know. All we can do is wait and see. Yeah, Blood Moon, we did hit level 28. And we trained, and now we are almost halfway through 28. It has been a pretty productive day, all things considered. And there is 15 out of 15. Now we have to fight our way out of the cave. And directionally speaking, I'm not even sure of the best way out because I get lost in caves. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get out of here. Relatively safely, of course. We don't have any other players around now, which kind of sucks. Yeah, we're gonna have to be careful about this. Let's not get overwhelmed with our victory of completing the quest and get killed on the way out. That would not be the way to go. Alright, we know we have a patrol coming from this way too. This guy's probably going to aggro when he gets a little bit closer. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Okay, he didn't. That's actually really good. Let's see if maybe we can slip out behind him. No, we can't slip out behind him because he is a tracker and he spots us from literally a mile away. The good news is somebody just fought their way in, so maybe the way out is going to be cleared up. Jagged Star of the Monkey. Main hand maze, agility, and stamina. Alright, let's just get out of here. I say we get out. We're pretty close to the entrance here. And everything out here is happily dead, so we are free to get out of here. We might aggro a few of these guys, but I think we're just going to run out. Let's aggro this guy. Let's just fight this guy, actually. He would have aggroed anyway. It was either aggro him or aggro the 2 pull, so let's just kill this guy. Then we can get out. Let's take ourselves back to town. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to see a WoW 2. They're not going to make a product that's going to compete with an existing product in that way. You know what I mean? It's one of the reasons why we never got Project Titan as an MMO, why Project Titan became Overwatch, was because at some point somebody realized that when WoW wasn't going to die, they realized that having 2 MMOs was not going to be something that they want to do. It doesn't make sense to do that. Now, eventually, what they could do is like they could totally kind of remake the world again. They could do like another world remake, which is what some people think they're gonna do, and that could be kind of like as close as you get to like a WoW 2.0 would be if they were to remake the old world again. But I don't think we're gonna see WoW 2. I don't see it ever happening. Okay, let's go turn this one in. It turns in by the Flight Master. Are we going to do anything else in this zone right now, or at any point soon? Probably not. Alright guys, I'm going to turn this one in. I'm going to get on a flight back to Darkshire. And I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. This seems like a really good stopping point. Normally I might play a little longer, but it's been a rough couple of nights and nobody in my house has slept very much. So I am actually getting kind of sleepy. And I want to not get the character killed. And I played Sleepy the other night and it was kind of scary. But yeah, I think I'll go park it at the inn. And we'll kind of leave it there for today. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you for being here. It's been really good. You guys have been really awesome. I always want to stream more. Even when it seems like I'm streaming a lot, I always want to be on here more because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, if I could go longer, I would. But yeah, I told myself that 8 o'clock was going to be my hard stop tonight if I got on at all. Because I was contemplating, you know, do I want to get on? And yeah, of course I want to get on. But I have to have a hard stop tonight, guys. I do appreciate y'all being here. And we will be on sometime, hopefully early tomorrow afternoon, like late morning, early afternoon we'll come on and we'll play as much as we can. I would love to see you guys then. And until then, take care of yourselves out there in the real world and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.